Hey everybody, this is Dream, and this is a game review of Rico London. Rico London is developed by Ground Chatter and published by Numbskull Games and Eskis Games. Sorry. This game is $49.99 on Xbox. It is a first-person shooter slash roguelite type of game. And in this particular game, basically the goal here is you're going to be going through these rooms and buzzing through the door, getting a little bit of time to, where time is slowed down, where you can shoot as many enemies and stuff as are in the next room, and then, basically you can collect ammo and things like that, power-ups or pickups and stuff like that, and then maneuver to the next room, and it's kind of the same process. For the price point of $49.95, that's a pretty high price point for this game, to be honest. Not only that, but it's a broken mess. There's a lot of problems with the game. It does have online co-op, which sounds really great until you actually play it. The online co-op leaves a lot to be desired. I had a lot of hope for this game because it kind of reminds me of, when you're breaking through a door in, say, Call of Duty, like, campaign or whatever, and you gotta kill the enemies in the room as quickly as possible. It's kind of like that, just, like, repeat on no end. And the graphics in the game are pretty interesting because they're kind of like the Team Fortress style graphics. But unfortunately, the gameplay itself is just not very good. It's not, doesn't work the way a lot of the things are supposed to, and a lot of it is just, a lot of glitches and bugs and things that cause the game to just be a mess. And in the campaign aspect of the game, which, if you can call it that, there's even some bugs where, like, there's infinite respawns on some enemies, which kind of don't make any sense, and then other things like falling through the board in certain places, and some item pickups not working as they're supposed to, and stuff like that. And also the fact that there's just not hardly any item pickups in the game to start with. I mean, I would get to the point where I needed I needed ammo, and there'd just be nothing, despite the fact that I've pretty much like one-shot or two-shot every enemy, and there'd be like, yeah, they'd leave a couple pistols on the ground, and okay, those are good, but then you'd have to drop, like, your great weapon or something that you have because you couldn't find any ammo for it. And just a lot of problems with this game. And hopefully they can patch it and make it better, but it definitely needs a lot of work. I do like the, massive difference of weapons and things and stuff like that. However, it does need to have more information when you start off, at least, about the types of enemies and the weapons that you can pick up and how they work and stuff like that. That information does come later after you have picked up certain weapons and stuff, but it'd be nice if there was more ammo, more pickups, and then also just more, information as you play through the game. Some of the enemies, too, don't seem to be very fair, and then sometimes you get shot through, walls and doors and stuff that doesn't really make any sense. Just a lot of things like that really hurt the game. For a $50 price tag, it's definitely not worth that price tag. This game should have been in the $20 to $25 range. I understand that it's probably it is a sequel, I think, to an original game called Rico, but it just leaves a lot to be desired. As for the achievements, it's not going to be the longest achievement game ever. It's probably going to take you like 6 to 10 hours if you get at the game. However, it is pretty difficult if you're not that good at it, or if you get stuck in certain places. Like, some of the achievements are a little wonky, and some of them don't work particularly well. So you do have to do some trial and error on the different types of ways to kill people and things like that. You also have a couple co-op achievements in there, so just keep that in mind. So you're going to need a friend to play the game with if you want to get those achievements. Most likely, I did try to search online for people to help, and just randomly, and I never found anybody. So probably just not a lot of people playing it from that perspective. But overall, the game, like I said, it's got a lot of problems, and I definitely don't recommend playing it on co-op because it's so broken from that perspective. Just play it enough to get the achievements and then end with that part, because it's just a broken mess. Me and Fire actually played a couple times, and we just kept getting stuck in doors and floors, and I actually got stuck in a wall once, and I could see the entire map, which is kind of silly. A great premise for the game, but just poorly executed. It's not that far off But, you know, if they could just fix some of the problems that it has, it could actually be pretty good. And I would give this a get. I mean, I would say that this game is worth buying if they could fix the problems. But unfortunately, at least as it sits now, it's completely broken and a mess and just extremely difficult and annoying to play more than just a few times every now and then. So, if you do pick it up or you do want to see more about this game, feel free to leave a comment below, and have a nice day, guys.
Gotta keep going. On police! Watch out! Take cover! Chucking a grenade! I'm hit! Oh, damn it! Nice one! Drop it!
Moving to cover. They got me! They're down there!
Free! Police!
Police! Down! Shit, huh? In position.